last group. So, okay, before we even begin the presentation, I would like to ask you guys just a simple question. Raise your hand if any one of you wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. in the weekend and do something meaningful.
Do something meaningful?
Okay, then what are you guys doing here in this class from 8 a.m. sitting here and listening to different presentation? We are going to school, right? We are studying, and for what? To get something in return, right? So this is our topic today, which is why should we go to college, and should every American go to college? Our group is me, Young, Jenna, Vincent, and Brooke. Yeah, we will research deep into these questions by digging into the book's argument and the stuff that we found. So, let's start. This is the big picture of our presentation. As you can see, it is sort of like a debate, and each of us will provide the argument that we found in the book, and also back it up with some stuff that we found online, or mostly it's online. So, going first, I'm the Paul. This is the topic that I found in the book. It's on real education by Robert T. Perry, and quote from him, he said that we need more, not fewer, university and community college graduation. Got it. So basically, this guy is providing some stuff that I found really interesting that I kind of linked to with my topic. He said that the number of growing high salary jobs that require post-secondary education is more than the number of graduates. So, which means that there is job for us when we graduate in the future. And also, he said that the education not only just increase the salary, but also hone, which means sharpen the worker's skills, especially critical thinking skill. You know, that's all the stuff we've been listening in the class all the time. Critical thinking, right? Which will, in the end, result in a smarter workforce. And also, he also mentioned about we need more graduates to keep up with other countries in the global economy, in the bigger pictures. And in the end, he kind of tied it up by saying there are states and there are schools that really commit to help the student to get what they deserve. For example, South Dakota, they're really willing to give like a bunch of benefits, like $5,000 scholarship, cutting non-resident tuition rate, which is kind of like my case, and I should go there, but well, I'm here, so. So, quote from him that the South Dakota school said that we want the student who start college, finish college. So it kind of links with my topic, the stuff that I'm pressing on, which is the increased salary and smarter workforce, and especially keep up with other countries. So this topic I found, basically, simply put, it's just the benefit in economic stand for a student when they graduate. And as you can see, they said individuals with higher level educations earn more and more likely to be employed than those who don't. And additionally, it just not benefit themselves, but the whole government, the whole society as a whole. Like, if you earn $10 per hour, you pay like $1 for tax, right? So if you earn $20, $30, you pay more in the tax. That is why like I found this graph, which is the payment of individual based on the difference in education level. And if we focus in here, we can see the difference between a person who get that not a high school graduate and a bachelor degree. Thank you, bro. You can see the gap is like super huge. And this is us in the future. The bachelor degrees earning will be like that much higher than those who don't. It's around $20,900 more per year compared to a person who don't. So in the end, it's just worth it to go to school and get some degree, then get more money. Another thing I want to point out is that we should keep up with other countries, which is this topic is about. There is a really high growth in other countries for post-secondary education level, which is kind of funny because when I started the topic, I tried to find the graph that compare United States and other countries' education level, and the first one I found, it showed that we are the second in the whole world that have the second who have the highest number of people who graduate from bachelor degree and like 4 years degree, stuff like that. But then when I look at the date, it's like 2002, so I'm like, okay, this graph is too old, can't use it. So you go with this new graph thing, and it shows that we are really falling behind. This is us, in case you can zoom in. Yeah, us right there. United States. But the funny thing that I found is that we used to be the top in the world in the age of 45 to 54, like the person who graduate like the bachelor degrees, which means that we have the elite teaching force, like Dr. Wozak there. Her generation are like at that time was the best, but then when we look at the new generation, which is the dark green bars, you can see like we are falling behind, and there is like 8 countries that surpassed us in the present. It means that the graduation, where you graduate doesn't matter anymore. You can graduate in Boston, you can graduate in Stanford, but the reality is that we're still falling behind compared to other countries. So yeah, right here you can see like there's like 8 or 7 countries that surpassed us. For example, like Norway, Netherlands, Korea, New Zealand, etc., etc. Which bring us back to the main topic of the guy that I started with, is that we need more, not fewer, university and community college for graduation. So the question is that why we should keep up with other countries. The point is, if we are falling behind, then students like me who come abroad, study over here, we will think that, okay, United States is not good anymore for education, so why bother going in here? I can just go to Norway to get a better education. That results in a really complicated situation, like chain reaction, because people like me, when I come in here, well, there are people much smarter than me coming over here, paying for the tuition fees, and then decide to stay here and work for the United States. And if these kind of person, we lost this kind of person, which means we lost the money from them, and also a tremendous intelligent workforce. They call it the flow of gray matters. So yeah, that's what we need to keep up, and we need to surpass other countries to be the best, right?